Sometimes life can hit you real hard, real fast, so low and down. But there's a silver lining to every challenge. And I'll tell you this, every setback is a setup for a comeback, bigger, better, bolder. And you wish you could just reach out to them and carry them, play with them, laugh with them, take them to the bus stop, pick their clothes, but at that point you can't do that. Then there's the financial bit. Now your spouse has to take care of everything else. We used to do about 50-50, and now he has to take care of his side of the bills and budget, and come back he had at that point to take care of my side of the budget, because my income was cut short at that point. I still had money coming in, but not as much as I would have as a salesperson if I was outside there in the market. Emotionally, one thing that you people should realize, when somebody has lost a part of their body, they no longer feel the same. And because of the insecurity and fear that I had within me, I sort of found myself being very wild to my husband. And I don't know why. Right now I think about it and I'm like, he didn't deserve that, but I didn't understand. I remember at some point I told him, you know what? Just marry another woman. What am I without a proper leg? What is a woman without a proper hip? That is what holds babies. That is what gets me moving from one point to the other. I loathed myself at that point. And because of that fear and insecurity within me, I found myself being very harsh to him. So I know he might have gone through that alone, but I just want to tell him that now I know, and I'm so grateful that you were in my life, and I'm so grateful that you stood by me, and with me. I thank God for my sisters, because recovery is made easier by number one, family support, and number two, financial support. Thank God I had insurances then, but I thank God for my sisters. I have 3 sisters who took turns to ensure they were there to take care of me, and each one of them would take leave. So one would take leave for 2 weeks to come and take care of me, then the other one would take leave for probably another 3 weeks, come and take care of me, and they're all working in Eldoret and residing in Eldoret. Oh God, I'm a blessed woman to have sisters like that. And another one would take over from this the second one and ask for leave to come and take care of me. I thank God for my mom. Her prayers kept me going even when I was in despair. So guys, sometimes you can be dealing with somebody who's recovering from an accident and has lost a part of their body and it's not functioning the way it used to. The emotional trauma can make them be very defensive and harsh towards you as a family member, and sometimes you might not understand and you're like, why are they being so harsh? And I'm being nice to them and being there for them. But guys, they are doing it unconsciously. They are battling with their own insecurity and they feel like they're not deserving of what you're doing to them. You feel hopeless and helpless. Be there for them. Understand, it will come to pass. So I thank my family. So now guys, how was I able to overcome all that by the grace of God to become the person that I am or I'm getting to be, because I'm not there yet. Number one, prayers from different individuals. My mom, her friends, church, Pastor Jimmy Mashari. I used to attend House of Grace on Gatarungai then. His sermons kept me going, and it's as if he was addressing me at that point. You know, every Sunday I would go to church and I'm like, it's preaching to me, speaking to me. That's it. Listening to motivational content, Les Brown, listening to Joel Austin, listening to TD Jakes, anything that would just give me the motivation, because I resumed work with stitches. Guys, I'm not recommending that, but I felt like if I sat at home, I was going to throw myself a pity party, and eventually I'll be an emotional wreck. So one day, without anybody knowing, I just hopped into the car and I played TD Jakes and music from Sarah Kimani and Rose Mohando, and every time the stitches were hurting, I would increase the volume. And I remember this song that used to say, let the weak say I am strong, and let the poor say I am rich. I would repeat that every time I step on the brake. It would be so painful, because I was not meant to be doing that. But I thought if I continue staying in that house, I was going to lose my mind. So positivity, mindset. What are you feeding your mind with? Yes, you are going through a challenge, but what are you feeding your mind with? Are you listening to motivational content that will build you? Remember, no situation is permanent. There are nights I used to say, how long? How am I going to walk again? How will I be able? And I remember one day I even asked my husband, honey, will I ever walk again? Will this pain end? It is too much. Nothing is permanent. Joy comes in the morning. My best life is post accident, because I realized I was this close to leaving the world, and now God has given me a chance. I will live it purposefully. I will make the best out of it. I will succeed and excel. I will become the best version of what He made sure He fought for and is still alive up today. Now, financially, guys, I thank God for insurance. I run and is the MD of Clarkson's Co-Insurance and Investment Agencies. My passion became a calling at that point, because I realized, oh God, what would we have done? Thank God I had a medical cover with adequate limit under Heritage Insurance. My spouse had a medical cover with adequate limit. So between the two of us, I had 16 million inpatient. Between the two of us, I had, for my use, 400,000 inpatient. Between the two of us, I had physiotherapy limit of almost 100K. So financially, I cannot say we struggled with the medical bill. I thank God, and I thank God for insurance. It's at that point that I said, Jehovah, if this insurance helped me like this, because we would have sold the probably 2 pieces of land that we owned and maybe a car to be able to cater for that bill. It was really high, almost amounting to 3 million to 5 million post-surgery. If we didn't have insurance, of course, for sure, we would never have gotten where we are right now, because we would have sold all our assets, the little assets that we had. And then motor vehicle. I was admitted in hospital when my insurance, and I will mention them because they treated me right, Heritage again, told me, we are bringing your check. The motor vehicle was written off, but we are bringing you the check so that you can buy another car. So by the time I was leaving hospital, within that almost 90-day period, close to that, I had my car ready. If I didn't have comprehensive insurance, by any chance, how would I have managed the treatments that came with and visits that needed me going to hospital. I would never have been able to drive to work, still under stitches, to just get away from the emotional battle that was going on internally. I would not have been able to resume and bounce back so fast, because when you've got your finances in order and you've got support from your family, the bounce back period is usually minimal. Now, the only insurance that I didn't have, and I am so ashamed as an insurance consultant to say this, but we must say the truth because nobody is perfect. At that point was a personal accident cover. Comprehensive took care of the car, medical took care of the bill, but the personal accident cover would have paid me on a weekly basis when I was being hospitalized for that loss of income. The personal accident cover would have given me a limit because of this permanent disability that would have allowed me the adjustment after being slowed down, you know, because now I can't function the way I used to function before. The personal accident cover would have taken care of part of the medical bill just in case I didn't have one. So my only regret was not having a personal accident cover. Physically, I joined the gym. It was very painful. 1 month down the line, the gym instructors are like, are you sure? Are you sure? And I said, you know what? It can't get worse than this. I've already broken that leg. What is the worst that can happen? Go and get it fixed again? I went to the gym and I've been doing it for quite a while now. I did my exercises, built my muscles, and my life is back to normal. Pre-gym attendance, I used to be on high doses of painkillers during the August season, July, June. We all know when it's cold season, baridi na chuma haingianangi. But since exercising, I no longer, to the glory of God, require the painkillers, because somehow I think the flexibility, that part of the body is flexible. I don't know what happens. I don't know the biology, you know, behind physical ability, the weather and chuma, but exercise has worked for me. I still do. This year I ran Kilimanjaro marathon. I'm saying it again, 42 kilometers. I finished. I was like, hee! Chuma ilikuwa inataka kutoka, but haikutoka. And another wall was crushed for me on that day. So physically, I'm fit. I thank God. The advice I'm gonna give to people who've been through accidents and with fixations: listen, there is life after surgery. If somebody gives you a pill, yeah, and you don't believe that pill will heal your condition, it will not. Attitude shapes biology. Medicine will help you if you believe within yourself that I'm gonna get healed, that I will walk again, that my life will get better. The medicine will assist you get there. There is life after surgery. God saved you for a reason. People get hit by motorbikes and they die. Others are run over by bicycles and they die. You survived for a reason. You have a purpose in your life. Celebrate it. Whenever I think, oh God, this leg is too much, what do I do? Because they told me I have arthritis. I remind myself, it could have been worse. You could have died, but you're alive to see your children grow. Stop complaining and be grateful. I say that is a small price to pay for your existence. Be motivated. Don't give up. Talk to like-minded people. Ensure you have a friend or two who've been through the same. You can reach out to me if you've struggled. There are people who have had relatives who was battling with the depression post-surgery. Talk to me. There's life after that. Work on your mindset. Trust in God. Self-belief. Push yourself. You are capable. and you will do it. Nothing is impossible. Even the word impossible has possible in it. Go and live the best life, because you survived the worst and you're still standing.